My name is Venezia Ramirez. I am an undergraduate researcher here at UCLA. I study environmental science with a concentration in earth environmental science, and I am a CDLS fellow working with Radna. I was born in Torrance at the UCLA hospital, and then I lived in Norwalk my entire life. And I feel like being in Norwalk has kept me in this bubble. Los Angeles is such a huge county, and there are so many cities. Helping my community through the environment was something I always wanted to do. And so I applied for a grant, and I had to look for an advisor to work with, and I knew no one. So I just did research, and then I found out my TA, Alex Arnold, was in Tripati's lab. So I spoke to her, and then from there, I met Radna, and I didn't get the grant, but she welcomed me with open arms, with no experience whatsoever. And I think for that, I'll forever be grateful. Like my first 2 years at UCLA, I was very alone because I didn't really connect with anyone. And it was a summer of going into my third year where I joined CDLS, and that loneliness went away. Nothing can compare to CDLS. And it's just so hard. Like, you just feel so alone. And it always feels like you're trying to compete with someone. To be honest, I don't know if I would have stuck to environmental science if it wasn't for CDLS. It's just so hard, that loneliness, but it went away with CDLS because I found my sense of a community. I love science, and I'm just so happy that I get to be able to not only just help my community, but just be an inspiration to other little girls who identify as Chicana or first generation and so forth. Nowadays, when some universities or groups say oh, we're so diverse, now it just seems like they want a sticker for it, or they want to be recognized that we have these type of people. No, make it more inclusive for us in general. It shouldn't be romanticized that you're helping someone from this community. No, you should help them grow in general. Consider the lack of resources they've had. I don't really like how sometimes climate change solutions aren't inclusive to us. And so that's the kind of perspective that I want to bring. Los Angeles has been focusing their efforts on beautifying Westwood and Beverly Hills, but Compton, Boyle Heights, Norwalk, they're just left behind. And so I want to make them part of the solution. If we can be sustainable with our lack of resources, then other people who do have the resources don't have an excuse if we can do it. It's very intimidating to be initially in the geosciences because there's just a lack of Chicanas and just a lack of people of color in the field. And I just want it to be easier for future students from communities like myself, underrepresented communities without adequate resources. I want them to feel like they can do it. But I do want to stay within LA for the rest of my life. There's so many things I want to do here, and so many things I want to help. But I realize for us to really create change, we have to be in a place that's not meant for us. I am at an institution not really designed for students like me. If you go to the oldest restrooms in UCLA, some floors don't even have a women's restroom. I see more Mexicans cleaning the dorms than I do in my own classroom. And that doesn't make sense to me. So I have a lot of attitude when it comes to that, and I'm proud of it. I come from Norwalk, and I just helping my community is something that keeps me up at night. And there are just so many things I want to do, and I will do them. But I just need some time.